creating with your child on the road again. It is summertime, which is travel time, be it here in town or on vacation across country. So we're going to look at some portable creativity practices that you can do with your child while you're on the road again. Hi, I'm Dr. K.P. McKee. I'm the founder and executive director of a Spacious Place Creativity and Spirituality Center, and I have my child with me here today.
Hi, I'm Dr. Ariel McKee, direct descendant of Kay McKee, an actual child.
As we go through today's practices, we would love to hear from you. Perhaps you have some things that you do for family bonding when you're on the road, and I'm sure other people would love to hear about them too. So please feel free to share and ask any questions about anything we're doing. So we're just going to get right into it, and our supplies are very simple because when you're traveling, you don't need a whole lot more to pack. So you're going to want some kind of pad of paper, unlined or lined. We like to have a little of each, and I'll show you why for different projects that we're going to work on. Some kind of writing utensils, and sometimes it's nice to just everyone have their own. And you can have some kind of a straight edge for one of these practices. It doesn't have to be a ruler. It could be anything that has a straight edge, like what might it be?
A book or a map.
Mm-hmm. Something that you have on hand with you that you can just use to draw a line, and we'll show you why that's the thing. Okay, so let's just go ahead and get started. So the first thing we're going to do is what we call with our family the line game. And it's great for if you're sitting in an airport waiting or at a restaurant. We've done that. So we're going to do, there's two versions of it. So we're going to start with the first version, and Ariel is going to help me out here. She's simply going to draw a line. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Which I then have to turn into something. So I'm immediately kind of seeing this action going. All right, that's Stanley the snail.
Oh, hello Stanley, nice to meet you.
And so now it's my turn to get back at her with a line. We are amused. So that gives you the idea. All you need is your imagination and some paper and some writing utensils, and you can just keep sending it around. And the second line game is one where you work together to create something. So someone starts a line, and then someone else adds to it. In honor of our upcoming creativity camp, which is, the theme is
Magical creatures.
Our Young Artist Club helped us yesterday by creating a magical creature using this kind of line game. And I'm going to show you their work, which they named the horse crab. So we just started with lines and kept going around, and people kept adding to it until we had a sense that we had a magical creature that we had created. And we would love to, if you have come up with a magical creature that you do with this line game, we'd love for you to take a shot of it and send it to us. We'd like to see it. So this is one you do on one page all together.
And everyone draws their own line.
Yes. Yeah, just keep going around until you have, maybe everybody says everybody takes 5 turns or something like that. And then once you're done, you're done. So those are those two. And now we're going to look at something that we do with the alphabet. And I have something that I made, but you don't have to have this. If your children are young and still learning their alphabets, it's great to have a visual reminder. So I just made these little cards and a little flip book that we use. And we start with the letter A because that's the first letter.
It is the first letter.
Which is always a good place to begin. And you keep it simple in the beginning. You simply are going to go around where we do this in the car, and you can say or sign a word that begins with each letter of the alphabet. And in the beginning, just any word that comes to mind. So we're going to just have our family take turns with this and start with Ariel.
Okay, so A, airplane.
B, biscuit.
We don't know how to do biscuit. I don't know how to do biscuit. C, candle. Okay.
D. Oh no, I'm only thinking of inappropriate ones. Donut. Donut. I don't know the sign for donut, but donut.
We'll do just a couple more.
E, elephant.
F, frog. All right, so once you kind of get the idea down, then you can begin getting more specific. And we like to, for the next phase, do food because everybody's interested in foods. So any kind of food, just to keep it simple. So A,
Artichoke.
Broccoli.
cantaloupe.
Devil's food cake.
Eggplant.
I'm trying to think of. Fettuccine.
Ooh.
All right, so, and then some other ideas, once you kind of get the hang of it, you can talk about places, because especially if you're on the road, you're thinking about where you've been and where you're going. Cities, states, you were talking about landmarks.
Yeah. Geographical regions, names for things like peninsula, inlet, etc. We also do plants or animals.
Mm-hmm.
And we're word nerds, so we like doing parts of speech, like everyone has to do an adjective, or everyone has to do a word with a certain number of syllables.
Yeah, so you can choose topics, like if you want to do science, that sort of thing. If you want to do language, that kind of thing. If you want to do geography, bodies of water, names for different kinds of geographical things.
Fictional characters.
Yes, books, films, and then
Authors,
characters
artists.
within them. Yeah. Whatever is interesting to your family or whatever your family wants to challenge themselves about, you can use the ABC game for any of those. So that's the ABC game. The next one is what we call the dot game. And my family has convinced me that this is a creativity practice and brought me along round to that. We used to do this a lot sitting in restaurants or any time where we had to wait. So to create a dot game, it's a little easier if you have lined paper, but you don't have to. You can eyeball it. But you just want to create a grid of dots. And it helps, we find, to do the same number down as across, although you don't have to. And you can start with less than this. This is 10 down and 10 across, just till you get the idea of it. And then you can just go wild and make it as big as you want. And it also helps if you have different colors of pens.
And sometimes...
Hi to Gina.
Hi. And crayons. A lot of restaurants have crayons, so that's a quick and easy way to divide up the colors.
Yeah. So this is the place where if you have a straight edge, it's nice because you already have horizontally, the lines are already set out for you if you have this, and then you can just use the straight edge to do the dots down, or see, this can be your straight edge. Anything that you have, and then you're just going to create the dots all the way down.
A cell phone would also work.
Oh yeah, whatever you
Just
have on
occurred to me.
hand.
So a good use for a cell phone when you're at dinner.
Exactly. All right, so we kind of got this started just so you all can see how it works. So everyone draws a line, and you can see Ariel's, the purple ones here, and then you get one chance to draw a line from a dot to a dot, and then the next person draws a line, and they always have to be either vertical or horizontal.
No
We're not doing
diagonals.
diagonal lines. It doesn't work that way because we're creating boxes. So we kind of set this up so that we can show you how it does. So you're watching to the place where there's 3, your box is almost complete, and then you come in with the last line and claim it as your own, and then put your initial in it. So Ariel's put hers here, and I put mine here. So why don't we do just a couple more?
And the goal is to try and get more boxes with your initials than boxes with someone else's. But it's also just fun.
Yeah.
But you get to go again once you make a box.
Yes, that's right.
true.
That's right. And I did not do
I
that.
stole your turn. I'm sorry.
I gave it to you. It was my freebie. Well, it was my welcome home gift to you.
Thank you. You're so generous.
All right. So just keep going. And the better folks get at this, the longer this game lasts, because you are thinking, oh no, I'm not going to be tricked into that, because like if I did one here, then she's going to, in fact, let me just do it and so you can kind of see. So I have let her have that one. Woo-hoo. All right. So we will not keep you all here while we play this whole game, but we'll finish it out and take a photo later on. How about that? So that is the dot game. And then the last one is Travel Pictionary. And if you recall the Pictionary game from days gone by, someone starts drawing and their team tries to figure out what they're drawing and how quickly they can figure it out. So I'm going to think about something we did yesterday and begin drawing it, and we'll see how quickly Ariel figures it out. Hopefully I will draw it so that it's fairly easy to figure out.
A square.
Almost.
A square. A hat. A mortarboard. Graduation.
That's right, because we went to a graduation party yesterday. So that is an easy way to play Pictionary.
And it's like Pictionary, Memory, and I Spy all rolled into one for your travels.
That's right, and you had mentioned I Spy as another travel
Always
game.
good, especially if you have actually spied something before you get the clue.
Yeah, those are the rules. Don't make something up after the fact.
And don't change your mind if someone guesses yours.
So if you have not heard of the I Spy game, it's I Spy with my little eye, and it'll be something that's
Green.
Yeah, or something that looks like,
Potato.
yeah, an octagonal something or other. All right.
Parallelogram, because that's not a square.
That's true. It is a parallelogram. So if you have found this helpful, we hope you will like us on Facebook.
And follow us on Twitter and Instagram.
Yeah, and we will be reposting it both on Facebook and as well on YouTube and on our site, which is www.aspaciousplace.com, and you can rewatch any of these for the ideas that you have. And we will be back on June 23rd with our next unit of Creating with Your Child, so we hope you will join us then. And we're going to close with 2 prayers from children from our Letters to God book from children. This one reads like this. Dear God, I do not think anybody could be a better God. Well, I just want you to know, but I'm not just saying that because you are God. Signed, Charles. And the last one, to which I think every parent can relate. Dear God, I am doing the best I can. Frank.
I feel like a Frank.
Yeah.